Hi everyone, welcome back to PM102. In this video we're just going to look at a mail merge, and remember the folder that I asked you to save. There we go, PM102. I asked you to save two mail merge documents. Now the idea here is if you open the Word document, okay, there it comes up. My Word is a bit slow today. Maybe there's a lot of stuff running at the background, but usually it's a lot quicker than this. Now, first thing, you need to enable the editing, right? Make sure that yellow bar goes away, right? Okay, here we are. And have a look at this letter. Now, it is written by a college, and that's their address. I am not sure if that's a right address or a fictitious one, it doesn't matter. It's written to a person and it says, Dear, the same person, we are at Bright blah 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 college, congratulate you for your completion of your course. Clearly, this is an invitation letter to a graduation ceremony. Right, now, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to turn this letter into a letter which actually can be customized and in one click of a button can be printed out for more than one person with their exact details. We talked about this last week. Now, it needs to be personal to them. Here, I want to see each student name and their specific address and their name, not necessarily their surname. So what I'll do when I see personal things, I will delete them, such as the name, that name there. Clearly that is the same for everyone because that's the college's address. We will leave that, and we might want to add a date and time. So let's say we're going to add 1906 and then 2013. Okay, that's more like it. And this section is reserved for the person's address, their name, so on and so forth. Now, if there is anything else we would like to, that is actually unnecessary there. We don't really say thank you and the person's name, we just leave it blank. And right now, it has all the information that is required to go to each student. So how do I link this up so I can send individualized letters? I need a collection of data. Either, let's go back to PM102 folder, a spreadsheet like this, and if you open this document, you will find that there is a small list of students in there with their name. Enable editing, right? Enable it. You will find first name, last name. These are all made up people, as you can see. Address, okay, and a made up postcode, date of birth, and we also have gown sizes for the individual students. And the idea here is they're all graduating and we would like to inform them about the event. Now I will close my spreadsheet. Alright, here we go, we don't need it anymore. Go back to my Word document, and the first thing that I need to do, I need to link it up. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the actual letter, right? And with the letter open like this, I am going to select mailing, and then I will select from the start mail merge, I will select the mail merge wizard. Notice when I click on that, we have a task pane on the right hand side. It says mail merge. What is it that you are about to do? I'm about to send a letter. This is not an email, or I'm not about to print the details or somebody's like name and address on an envelope, or I'm not about to do a label or a directory, but what I'm about to do is make individualized or write individualized letters. So I'll select letters and click on start the document. Now it's asking you select recipients, and notice I don't think you can see it, but right under next select recipients you have previous. So if you made a mistake, you want to go back a step, there is always underneath this next here you can find the previous. It will take you a step back. Okay, so I am actually at this stage I need to select either this document, or I can start a new document from an existing place somewhere else, or I could use a template. But my intention is to use this one. It's already configured, it's been written, so I'm going to say use the current document and then select the recipients here. Now the next screen, it's asking me where is it? Where is this list of people are stored? So remember, PM102 folder, mail merge, spreadsheet here. Okay, this is the one that you need to actually point from here, from the Word document. And the way to do that is browse, and my PM102 document was created in my documents. Remember, your one is in your U drive. So you select your U drive, I need to select my documents, and then find PM102, and I'm looking for the mail merge spreadsheet with the list of students. Now alternatively, I could actually link up from a database or a text file, but provided the lists of names are figured out, like arranged in a certain way. Most common way of doing this is the spreadsheet or database. Say open, and you will find mail merge. Because I've only have one sheet on my spreadsheet, it gives me one option here. If you happen to see more options here, you need to select the correct sheet inside the spreadsheet that your data is stored. Okay, so mail merge, I click on that and say OK. And now I can see, this is familiar to you now because we had a look what was inside the original database. You can see the gown sizes, the date of births, the individual student details. I will say OK, and now my letter is linked up with the database. I can say write your letter in the next step, and it gives me options from the right hand side here: address block, greeting line, electronic postage, so on and so forth. But what I like to do, I like to just click my cursor there and then select the individual items, clicking on more items from here. So I would like to refer to them by first name, so I'm going to say insert the first name. Notice it appears. Then I will put their last name. That will be required to send them the letter, and address and postcode. Date of birth is not needed, so I will leave that section. And gown size, I might make use of that, so I'm going to add that onto the page. If I decide not to, I can delete this later. So I will say close it. Alright, and all I have to do now, organize my letter. So clearly I have the first name of the student, and before their last name I need a space, so click on space bar to give the space between the first name and the last name, and then go to the address. And I just gave a space, it's not necessary actually. You can just say enter and it will put the address in the line underneath name and surname, and the postcode will go after that one. You might ask, what are we going to do with the gown size? In fact, my intention is take the gown size down here, okay, where it says gown hire, and write a statement such as we have recorded your gown size as and then I could use a semicolon here, a space, and then that text will be written there, so I don't fill it in because everybody's size will be different. Okay, and full stop. Then I say if this is not correct, please call us on, okay, I'm just gonna write a number 0208, okay, 4532798, okay, before the event. So this will give them a chance to actually, oops, that's a mistake there, recorded, that's the correct one, your gown size, and if this is not, yeah, here we go. Right, and that will actually finish my mail merge. You might think, what's changed? Actually, you can just click on next and preview the letters. Click on next. Right now it says Michael Jackson lives in Primrose Hill, etc., etc., and the same letter, but it says their gown size is, notice that changed to large. Okay, if this is not correct, please get in touch. And if I was to push this, okay, see the next recipient here, Chris Brown, again, the gown size is large. Sean Reed, large. Dennis Richards, medium. And so on and so forth. It is actually custom made letter, in other words, mail merged, ready to be sent out each student with their own unique details. If you actually type out your letters this way, some companies use envelope letters with no envelopes with a with a window, like I think maybe you've seen this one. If you fold this letter in a certain way and put it inside the envelope, this this address here is visible through that window on the envelope. Okay, so I think that sums our mail merge up. All you have to do now, complete the merge from the right hand side, and you could print it. And for demonstration, I am going to print my one on a virtual printer, so I will use PDF Exchange, and if I say OK, I will get list of students individual letters printed as PDF. And all the same, you could print it from a real printer, and there we are. I've already printed one early on, so I will say this save it as 2. Okay, and we can observe each individual student and their letter one by one once you print it out like that. Okay, well, that sums it up, and now you need to have a go with the files that you've actually downloaded into your, okay, here we go, into PM102 folder. Your folder is in U drive, and you need to link the Word document with the mail merge spreadsheet and print a list of students just like my one. Don't worry about it, I am using a PDF Exchange. This is a trial one, so that's why I've got those stamps at the top, but you will have a different kind of PDF at school, at the university, that you can use, so you won't have the same problem. And if I actually go to the next page, you can oops, actually by mistake head of institution actually went down to the second page. There is a mistake here. We can correct that mistake just going back to it. Notice here when I push everything down, when I was writing, it's actually pushed itself down, so that needs to be here. I like these letters to be one page. I didn't see that, so if I now save my document and go back to previous here, okay, and complete the merge again, this time I am going to be making them one page only, because that's quite an important step, and I am going to overwrite the existing one. But for that I need to close this one. Okay, save, overwrite it, yes, and let's have a look if it's actually now in one page. Yes, and then I get to see the next person on the next page, and next person on the next page, so on and so forth. Okay, good luck, and see you later. Bye.